get the second quarter going back here. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
Quincy Miller out there with Arthur. Then there's Harris. Then there's Arnett Moultrie. And it's McHale in at the front. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Love kicks to Irving. Shot from 12. And it comes off the front of the rim. Denver in the lead. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Well, they swept the season series last year, and that was a pretty big accomplishment. As small as it might seem, but one of the few bright spots of the year.
That is not enough cover. You got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks. Nice shot by Smith. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Well, Steve mentioned this before. They need just twice, Clark, and given the success they had against this team last year, do you think they've targeted this game as one they've got to have?
I would certainly think so, Kevin. They want to avoid another season in the bottom of the standings. They need to win games like this. These are monumental games, marker games, if you will.
Here's Cousins. A double clutch. And there's the foul, goes on Quincy Miller. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the ref to whistle the block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Arnett Moultrie. Kenneth Fareed comes in for Jarrell Arthur. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Harris. And Nate Robinson subbed in for Gal Metcalf.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they chased down that pumpkin often.
And that's his forte, finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
Irving against Robinson. Sure, that one drops. Robinson's got two.
Great reaction from defense. He's almost going to make good on that.
You know, it had been a decade-long run for the Nuggets, but last year it ended as they missed the playoffs for the first time since 2003.
Nuggets trail. Hit his foot. And the ref's whistling a big ball. Highfeller's checked in for Quincy Miller. Against Love. Chandler outside. It's Miller on the way. Shot clock at 6. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. J.R. Smith picks one up.
You know, Miller has battled injuries over the last few seasons, but when he's right, he can really help you on the wing, particularly as a rebounder and a spot-up shooter. Can really bury that three-point ball.
Yeah, a great shooter and rebounder, competes defensively. You know, a lot to like about his game. All down the way up, but hits it, and they call the blocking foul.
You know, the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Physical play in the paint. Dominating.
He dishes it to Robinson. Smith with the block. An even 3-on-3 break. Irving dishes to Love. Puts up a 3. The shot is off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They get to take on the Blazers in Portland after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And I'm going to look forward to seeing how that Portland game turns out for sure.
Denver with the ball. trailing by 2. Doubled by Smith. Haywood is guarded by Cousins. Haywood gets the bucket. Haywood's got his second bucket of the game to go. Haywood's gone 1 or 2 on 3 pointers here in the second quarter. So Irving drives in, and he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
It seems like they're finding an open lane in the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Chandler, the pass to Fareed.
Well, when you talk about effort and energy being a skill, some people talk about those things as skills. And Kenneth Fareed is a 10 out of 10 in that category. A 6'7" power forward, his athleticism and relentless motor allow him to play much bigger than that.
Or Cleveland had gotten 7 of the 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. LeBron kicks to Love. Chandler on him. The jump hook, another miss by Love. And guys, Fareed not the most skilled offensively. Most of his points coming on fast breaks, garbage buckets, dunks inside.
Yeah, but he's developing a decent touch around the foul line area, which is a nice addition to his offensive arsenal. Kevin, but yeah, the big thing is, he's just one of those guys who you can never let your guard down against because he's constant energy.
And now here comes Robinson in the break, and stolen by Love. Smith drives in on the dish to LeBron. Some solid defense from Fareed.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there, not yet anyway.
The kick out to Irving. Dishes it to Cousins. And stolen by Miller. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Pushing it up. Robinson covered by Smith. Chandler the pass to Robinson. And he gets it to go. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Torkic checked in for the Nuggets. Alinari comes in for Kenneth Fareed. Irving attacking with 3. Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. We'll see how he does. And Cousins gets it to go.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The drive by Cousins. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Denver's gone 1 or 2 on 3 pointers here in the second quarter. So, and Wilson Chandler with the slam. Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
What a way to wrap up that possession.
A nice shot by LeBron. And here's Robinson.